and like people rushing past me, like somebody stumbled, somebody running next to me, they stumble, they like holding on my sleeve, like trying to keep
my
up. I'm
gosh.
like, like Barry Sanders, like, like, bro, it's like shoes flying past me, cell phones, like people falling left and right. It was like
Crazy.
pure chaos, yo. And I just remember getting the champs. I was like second person in line, and the person in front of me, I was like, "Oh, what size you getting?" It was like 9.5 or something like that. I'm like, Gucci. So I went in the chance, like, "Hey, run that 13."
I can't even do it.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. So it was smart for you to hold all the shit you got and not just get rid of it.
I got rid of some stuff. I'm like, damn, I shouldn't have did that. Dre, you was in there digging, bro.
Hey, it's hard. Once you start, it's hard to like choose.
Right.
I might not even show all of them, but I just had to get a few.
All right.
What to do that too, Mo? What to do ones that like we got rid of that now we're like, it's like, oh
bro,
man.
I got some. I'm like, damn, I shouldn't have did that.
I got some stories on those.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna start with something. I'm gonna start with something kind of. These probably one of my favorites, but it's because, like, I think people kind of slept on them a bit.
Oh, okay. Some questions
with those all-star questions, like
Hell
people really
yeah.
slept on these, right? And then it's just got the Michigan colorway on it and everything. Yeah. Like these.
So like early 2000s when like
bro.
AI was like killing it, were questions just coming out all the time? Do you always have different colorways and shit coming out?
It was a lot of low. It was a lot of like low colorways. They did a few of the mids. I do remember, like I remember seeing them in the Slam magazine.
That's bro. This is where like I was like, bro, I have got to find these, and then I saw the release, and I looked up on these. I was like, dog, I was so geeked when I got these, bro. I was too geeked. Dog,
those are nice.
That's how I'm gonna start out, Dre. That's how I'm gonna start out with the questions.
Did we do questions at Champs, or did you have to get those somewhere else?
No, I don't think they really signed up for that package. Or if they did, they do now. But when we were there, we didn't really get anything like that.
No, nothing like that, man. How long were you at Foot Locker for, Dre?
I started in 2007.
Mm-hmm.
I think I finally hung it up like 2013, 2014.
Okay. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. It's like right when I got into it. You were there for a while, huh, Mo? When did you get in like to Champs? Because you weren't Foot Locker ever, right? You were just Champs, yeah.
Yeah, same time I was there around 07 and went for a minute. Yeah. I think I stopped in like 2017, 2018.
Yeah, it's like when
but like for me, I was just working part-time.
Mm-hmm.
So like I still had a job, and then then I just, you know what I mean? I just pick up still get the discount and everything, and I only had to work maybe like a day or two.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So, and they didn't care because I would produce.
Yep.
So yeah, it just looked up. All right, Dre, let me see this first one you about to bring out.
I'm gonna go to OG route.
Oh,
okay.
Man.
I'll pull out some of my favorites.
Oh hell yeah! Classic.
Seventh grade.
Yeah.
Hooped them into the ground. I think I had like a size 10. My mom tossed them because it was like I beat them up. Like wore through the sole, everything. But like like I remember this is like one of the first pairs that I remember like putting on and lacing up and like feeling like Mike, you know what I'm saying? Like you get that kind of euphoric feeling, like, oh man, like this what he's doing before the games, you know. And it just, I don't know, it was just something about it that kind of like gave you an extra confidence when you was hooping. You know? It was very real back then, you know.
I was gonna ask you that. Was there like a shoe that kind of like did it for you, that like got you into the game? You were like, okay, I need to have those.
The first pair I ever really wanted, I mean, so I'm talking about them, I might as well pull them out. So that's what I had in here. This is actually,
I know what that is.
This is the case for the silver anniversary ones.
Oh, that's for the anniversary ones. Okay.
Yeah, but I sold those a few years back, and now I keep something special in here. It's like the top secret box, you know.
Yeah.
Crazy. Let me see if I can find this. So when I got this, This dude sent me. I don't know if y'all can see this.
Randy Miller.
It's the hold slip, right? So he asked him to call the store, asked him to hold them for him. All right. Then
OG receipt. There you go.
Wow.
Yeah. So.
Oh man.
Oh, the Columbias.
Let me see. This lightning is terrible.
Bruh.
Beauties, man.
Yeah.
Those are like good condition
still
too.
Icy. Okay.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
No yellowing.
These are DS. I got these a few years back. This is actually my third pair of these.
Okay.
So I remember my mom is an art teacher, right? And I remember like going and sitting in her class when I was young. And one day I was in there and some kids came in late, and my mom, she don't take no mess, you know. So she was like, y'all late, get out. And she's like, go to in school detention or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, oh, Miss Collins, like, we had to go get these shoes this morning. Like, we sorry we late. Like please, can we just let us in, please? She's like, all right, let me see the shoes. Let me see them. So the dude opened up the box and she looked at him. She was like, all right, these are pretty nice. I was like 9 years old. You know, I'm like, man, like what did they just have? Like, what's in the box where they just got off like that? So I went and looked at them. I was like, man, like these.
Yeah.
Can I get a pair of these too, Ma? So she tried to find them for me, but they was like sold out everywhere. And she ended up getting me the playoff 11s, the OG playoff 11s.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But I searched for like 17 years before I got a pair of the OGs in my size. Like, man, I missed on auctions. Like, I missed on a pair of samples with the 23 stitched on the back. This dude has sold them on eBay like 10 times, and people was like overbidding, like overpricing, not paying.
Mm-hmm.
And so the last time he put them on there, he was just like, "This is it." You know, like whatever they go for, they go for. Like, I'm tired of this.
Mm-hmm.
There was no reserve, and I fell asleep with like 10 minutes left on the auction.
Damn,
man!
And they went for like $365.
Okay.
And this was back in like 04, 05.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah. Can you imagine what that'd be worth today, man? This is crazy how.
I know.
So was that the shoe that you would say that kind of got you into liking sneakers?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
That was the first pair. Like I said, that was the first pair I saw. That was like, you know, like I knew I had to have those. You know, and there was like no two ways about it. Like I had pairs before. Like I remember having the like Reebok Kamikazes, the Kamikaze 2s. What else? I remember having the OG Playoff 8s. With the red pull tab.
Yeah,
I had them when I was little, but like I said, the first pair like really needing was the Columbia 11s, and then of course getting the playoffs. Like I did everything I could to make sure I kept them clean, and kept them in good shape. I actually still have it somewhere around here or in the basement somewhere.
Wow.
Did you have a shoe like that, Mo?
I told the story. I told the story before. It was the Green Hills. It was when they first came out. My mom came and picked me up. We went to the mall, went to go get the pair, had the whole fit, Dre. I'm in like third grade. Had the whole fit, you know, like the windbreakers used to be really big. So I had the white Green Hills with the eyelets that went all the way to the back. Had the whole navy blue windbreaker fit for it and everything. We go to the food court over there at the Lansing Mall, dog. I set my bag next to my mom. I'm like, hey, I'm going to the bathroom. My bag right here. Go to the bathroom, come back, bag gone. Dog. Probably, like, I don't want to talk about it because I'm gonna get pissed. but those were the shoes for me that like really got me into it. And what was crazy was like my mom used to work at the correctional facility over there in Jackson. And, you know, they could wear whatever. They didn't have like uniforms or anything. They could wear sneakers and stuff. So like my mom had a crazy sneaker collection. Like she used to have the very Sanders, the Barry Sanders, the Deion Sanders. She used to have a Bo Jackson, the Jason Kidds. Like my mom had a dumbass shoe collection, bro. And I'm like sitting there like, damn, she got all the and so my mom really was the one that got me into it, but it was those Grant Hills that was like, I want those.
Yeah,
I got you for sure. Did you end up going back and get them? I'll show you. But did you end up? You never went and got them again?
Nope. I was pissed.
Really?
I'm talking about. I cried so much, bro.
Just distraught over those Grant Hills.
I was distraught, and it was but what made it so bad was like my mom really put the blame on me, like I did, and I'm like, how did I do this? You're the adult in the situation. I'm in the 3rd grade, bro.
Man, well, someday you have to find that pair, and you have to rebuy them, and just for the sentimental reasons, bro.
Yeah, I'll probably cry again.
Yeah, I was like, okay.
What you got, E?
I was in 8th grade, and some dude that graduated from my junior high, who's then a freshman in high school, right? This is like when Instagram just like came out, so like he had posted on his Instagram a picture of these shoes and was like, they're so beautiful, and like I just was scrolling and I saw them and I was like, damn, like those are really fucking pretty shoes. Like I didn't even know anything about retros or anything like that. So then I like looked it up. This is probably like February or sometime in the winter, and they were coming out in March of that year, and it was crazy because I was like, I went to Champs or whatever, and I found out about the raffle and all that shit. Like I had no idea any of this stuff, like the whole process, right? And like you like put your name, like just the whole thing, and it was crazy. Like put your name in the raffle, and then like waiting all week, and like getting the call, which was so fucking exciting, and then going in on Saturday or whatever to pick them up. I was just wearing them. I just sent you a picture of them the other day, Mo. But the grapes. These are just always, that's what these boys were like. When I saw these, I was like, this is it, man. Like, holy shit, those are some beautiful shoes. And that was like from there. 5s have always been my favorite silhouette. And that is just the shoe that started it all for sure. So
that's purple is my favorite color. So that shoe is like near and dear to me. I love I love the grape 5s.
Yeah, I like the black grapes too. I'm gonna have to get my hands on those eventually someday because those are like that butter suede.
Ooh, man, I sold mine. I had a size 12, and I sold it because I wear 13, so that 12 I could only have it on for like a couple hours at a time.
You gotta let it run.
I mean, because I used to be like, all right, anything size 12 to 14, like
you can make
right. Now I'm more like 12 and a half, 13 and a half, 13, like we'll keep it in that size if I can. So
that's where I'm at too, man.
Dre, what's the craziest story you had as far as getting a pair of shoes?
Well, that's tough because in terms of like me going to like actually get a pair myself, I would have to say probably the Defining Moments package.
Okay.
That was the first
dope ass package.
That was the first time I had ever gone to stand in line for a shoe because I came up with a couple of people that like looked out for me. They wore the same size as me, so like I didn't have to stand in line. So like when stuff came out, I would just have to go ask my boy if he was getting them, and if he wasn't, then he would hold them for me, and I would come in at like the stores opened up at 8. I would come in at 10 or 10:30, after everybody's gone, and come pay for my pair, So it was like I didn't have to stand in line. So being from Lansing, it was nowhere around Lansing that had the pack. So me and my barber, we drove down to Fairlane, and we got down there like 3:30 in the morning, and it was already a bunch of people there, like hundreds of people there. And like every time like people would go up to the building, and then they would like security would come like, oh yeah, I got to get in your car, and then somebody new would pull up, and then they would get out of their car, and of course like everybody who's already been there is like well nah, like get in front, so everybody else get out of their cars. And it was like close to the time they got to open the mall, they like did a sweep of the mall. They were pulling people out there that like hid in bathrooms and spent the night like in the mall. It was wild. I had never, and like being my first time around this, like it was just like it was super crazy to me because I had never experienced any of this, And it was just like being around all the people and hearing the stories of like other releases that they had been to, you know, like the doors open up and it's like a mad dash. Everybody's shooting different directions, and you know, like you figure out where you're gonna go. And I just remember like my boy said we jumped in. I think it was Foot Action's line, and all the other stores opening at 7 selling their pairs, and Foot Action opened at 8. So we just stood inside for an extra hour after, you know, and it was wild, man. It was wild. It was a lot of fun though.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy that was like the procedure, right? Because like when I got into the game, that's when like I said, like the raffle was going on, so it was a lot more like organized. But you guys probably saw your fair share of crazy shit when people were just, you know, running as the gates opened.
All the 11's releases, like
11 releases was insane, bro.
Really starting with the countdown pack, right? So the 11-12 countdown pack.
Mm-hmm.
The mall doors didn't open that day because it was what was it, like December 23rd or something like that, and the mall doors didn't open until like 7. But I think one of the department stores at the end had opened up, and so they had let their gate open just a little bit, and people ran. Some people found out, they ran in through there, like shot up under the gate, ran through the mall, like. Yeah, man, that was crazy. And then it was just like every year after that, it was like, okay, the 11th release is gonna be
right. Always in December too.
Yeah,
just the craziest time.
I remember when the Flip 3s released. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
So me and my boy Calvin Allen, we go out to Briarwood, and so Calvin knows the manager, and my homeboy Ray was assistant there. So I'm sitting there trying to text Ray, like, bro, answer the phone, pick up, do something. I need you to hold this size for me, my dog. Yeah. He not responding and everything. It wasn't until I got to the gate that he saw my text and everything. And he was like, Mo, we already sold the shoe. I'm like, bro, what the fuck, dog? So like, I'm sitting there like trying to figure out like, okay, what am I'm like, I ain't about to come out here for no reason. So they also released like the Fire Reds. I was like, well, just give me the fucking Fire Reds, dog. Like I didn't want to just drive all the way. I'm coming from Lansing, drive all the way out to Briarwood and not gonna come with nothing. Like I'm not. So I like, just give me the Fire Reds, dog. I wanted them 3s so bad.
That was another pair. Like my boy, he was like, "Hey, you getting them?" Like, nope. You getting these 3? Nope. Go ahead. So I grabbed both of them. Slid in late. Like it's just like, long as you're here before noon to pick them up, you good. I'm like, all right, I'll be here at 10:30. Like,
right.
Yeah, that's nice, bro. Having that hookup like that.
I was spoiled. I was spoiled early on. You know, so I always tried to, like, when I worked at Foot Locker, I always try to give it back. Like I got in trouble several times for like giving discounts out to, like, you know, but it you know, like I wouldn't even really just hook up my friends. Like it would be like, you know, like anytime I heard a parent, you know, tell a kid like, oh, like, nah, that's too much, put them down. I'm like, come talk to me real quick, you know. And it wasn't because I wanted anything in return. I was trying to get down on anybody, or, you know, it was just like I knew how it felt that as a kid to put on the shoe that you want, you know, like to get that shoe that you want, and to, you know, to hold it in your hand and to be told like, sorry kid,
I can't afford it,
too much, or
right,
like, nah.
Yeah, man.
We gonna get y'all straight. You know?
Well, it's good for you that you pay it forward, man, because you said, you know, you got looked out for when you were younger. So, you know, it's just the way of the road. That's awesome. Yeah. What's your favorite silhouette? So I assume Jordan is like your specialty, right? Do you do like any of the other player shoes, like Kobe's, Bronze, or anything like that?
I got a couple Kobe's. I got a few LeBrons. I actually I got a sample pair of LeBron 4s, like his size.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What is he, like a 15?
16.
Damn.
Yeah.
All right, Mo, you can't make fun of my foot anymore, bro.
LeBron is 6'8", you 6'3", 6'4", like stop it.
Heck no, bro. 6'1".
I like a lot of the early LeBrons.
Yeah.
1 through 4.
The 3s are my favorite with LeBrons. Between the 3, well, the 7s are actually my favorite.
Bro.
The 7s are my actual favorite, but outside of the 7s, it's the 3s.
I like the threes a lot. That Houston Oilers colorway.
Light
I
blue.
was so happy when that released because that was a shoe that I was like, I'm never gonna get my hands on these, because I'm not paying these, prices, So it was like when they released, I was like, oh, I gotta get them, and I ended up I hit on a size 12 on sneakers, and it was like, man, I couldn't find them. Like I couldn't fit them, So it was like I just held on to them. And then I found a pair in my size for like $175, and then I ended up selling my size 12. Yeah. I did the same thing with the Fairfax 7s.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Oh man,
I had to grab them.
Yeah, when he got the 7s, man, like 7 through 10 of LeBrons were just like crazy. That's when people started going like nuts for LeBrons because like the 8s was when like the South Beaches came out and all that stuff, and
that was when the real hype started with the South Beach 8s, and honestly, like. Those aren't even top 5 LeBrons. Like
I'd agree. I mean, they're sweet.
Like to me, the V2 LeBron 8s with the Flywire, like that was the better model. Yeah.
I got a pair. I got the Entourage.
Oh, those are beautiful.
Yeah. I got the Entourage. Yeah, V2s. Yep. I got a pair of those. Well, speaking about LeBron, then since we on LeBron, I got something else for y'all. Dre, I don't know if you remember. When they did the player LeBron, where they did the player Air Force Ones.
Yeah.
Ooh, all right. Cool.
So I got with the LeBron face on it.
Yeah.
I've had these for a minute. I just looked up. So I don't know. You ever been to Puffer Reds?
Yep.
Got these from Puffer Reds, bro. And I was like, it was between these and the Amari Stoudemire's. And I really liked the Amari Stoudemire. So I was like, nah, give me the bronze.
The Amari Stoudemire's, that was like that, it was like a tan, wasn't it?
Yeah, it had that tan it kind of had like the Phoenix Suns colors with like that brown on it or whatever. And I ain't really rock with it. So I was like, I picked up these and got the bronze.
How many players were in that collection? Was there like a bunch?
It was they had the Sheeds, they had Tony Parker, Amari,
Kobe.
Was that
Kobe
it?
was a tan, and like that was the one that was tan and like that baby blue.
Yeah, it had that tan with the light blue on it. Yep.
Yeah.
I think it was just those. Was it just those 5?
And then they did like they did the one with the names of like the original 6 players that was wearing that was wearing the pairs. There was like the I think they did like a seamless pair with like the silhouette of the 6 guys like etched in gold on the
on the heel. Yep, on the heel. Yep, I remember that. Yep. Yeah, but those are let me tell you, I haven't worn these LeBrons for so long. Yeah. But I used to love those though.
You remember that Barkley pack?
I do remember that Barkley pack. With them silver, he had the silver with the purple ones. Those Auburn ones. I remember
those. Bro. Look, I found these on Index Portland. All right, for $120 shit.
Ooh.
Yeah, I remember those.
I like those bottoms.
I remember those.
Yeah, like the details on these boys, like leather.
Yeah.
These
are my favorite. These are my favorite forces, yo. I love the highs.
The highs are sweet. All of them are dope, but like the lows are like my all-time favorite just shoe in general. I just think they're so timeless, and there's just they're so clean.
Another pair from that Barkley pack.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. Yep. I remember those.
Cool. Yeah. You remember the mids? We had the mids with the Houston Rockets colorway, the black.
Oh yeah.
The pinstripes. I had them. I gave them to my dad.
They like stopped doing it like that. At least when like me and you were working together, Mo. Like they didn't do like crazy forces when we were. You know what I mean? Like it was just kind of like the usual colorways. I don't think they did any like player packs or anything like that.
No, because a lot of it. So like when me and Dre were coming in and Foot Locker and stuff like that, like you were still kind of in that like that Nelly era where it was like those Air Force Ones and I need to like because and it's getting back to it a little bit now where like white Air Force Ones was like it was the shoe and you really couldn't keep them in. And then they just started releasing like these player like edition type of Air Force Ones that were they were fire. They were hot. They were really like the colorways that they were dropping. Everything was just super dope.
Man, I wish they'd do that again, bro. Those,
like the sheet, like they need to start re-releasing some of these Rashid Air Force Ones.
Yeah, the sheets were sweet.
Hey, but listen, like honestly, so especially for us, like being in Lansing, it wasn't a lot of places where we could buy Jordans, right? So Foot Locker had got in trouble for backdooring pairs, so they got banned from selling Jordans until like the year until like 06. So they hadn't had Jordans in their store for like a few years. So like in that time, Air Force Ones kind of became a thing, and then like by the time we got there, it was like Jordans was coming out. Like you might get 1 or 2 pairs a month, right? But Forces, it was like a different colorway of Forces was coming out like or every other week. And so like it was like release dates for Forces. Yeah. It wasn't just like it is now where like stuff just come in, they put them on the shelf. Like like we had them set up in the back, you know, behind the register, like, hey, oh yeah, these come out next Saturday. And people lined up. Yeah. People lined up and we would sell out. Like certain colorways, we would sell out like within an hour or two of being open.
Yeah. Well, then you got to also be in Atlanta between Champs, Foot Action, or Finish Line and Foot Locker. At most, you're probably gonna have about 50 pairs of J's that man came in. You know what I mean? So those stores weren't like we were getting a lot of them, so it was slim picking. So once that started to fall out, it was Forces that was just, you know what I mean, pushing. So
yeah,
and with the employees, you know, if it's 50 pairs, it's really only 35. You know?
That's a good point.
Because hey, look, at one point I was like the godfather of size 13s in the Lansing area.
Oh yeah,
you want size 13? You had to ask me for that.
That's how I was in our store, bro. Because we'd always get like 1 or 2 pair of 13s or 14s. Right. Whenever someone would come in for the raffle and fill that out, I'd be like, "That sucks, bro. Like, man, throw that ticket out."
Sorry for you, man.
Yeah,
Dre, you gotta tell us how you got connected with like those OG guys that you guys connected when y'all got invited out to Chicago for like the All-Star weekend and stuff. Talk to us about that, bro.
So to double back on your question about like my craziest sneaker pickups, like I said, the one that I actually picked up myself was the DMP. First, back to what you said about the OG support group, it just kind of started out as like a venting group chat on Instagram, where it was just like me and these guys would just get on there and it was like we would just talk about all the stupid stuff we see like within the culture and like the dumb stuff people will leave on the comments people leave on our pages, like on, you know, like it's like, come on, man, you know. So like we kind of just formed that and started venting, and you know, like we complained about like how Jordan brand doesn't really like invest themselves in telling the history of the brand. Like, you know, they're kind of like grabbing, you know, bits and pieces of culture now and like using that to bring people in, but they don't really tell like the history of, you know, like these pairs meant this or these moments happened in this pair. So it's like, you know, we kind of used that and decided to, instead of just complaining about it amongst ourselves, to do something about it. And that's how we started the OG support group. And shout out to those guys, man. It's been a lot of fun. We've you know, the right people started noticing, you know, and we got, first thing that happened was we got gifted the Concord 11s. So yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. So I actually got the pair that they sent me. I was the only one in the group that got a sample pair.
Damn, man.
Yeah. So I have sample Concord 11s in a size 13. Like,
that's awesome.
That's crazy, bro.
Send it to me like when I opened the box and I seen it, like it had like wrapping paper. Like, hold on.
Man, you have any samples, Mo?
I have no samples. Like Dre is waiting. Like Dre got player, like some serious PEs. Like you got Bibbies. I'm sure you got Ray Allens, don't you?
Nah, I ain't got Ray.
Oh,
so
okay,
Sugar Ray.
So I opened up this big old box, right, and I see this.
Yeah, whoa.
And like this was wrapped around it.
Was that like a sample? Oh, cool.
No, it was like a gift card. That's crazy.
Yeah,
it literally gave you a gift. Wow.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Insane,
like,
bro.
I saw that and I like started hyperventilating, bro. Like I like sat down in the middle of the floor, I'm like hyperventilating because like first of all, 11s are my favorite. That's my favorite model, right? And to be like recognized like that by a brand that like has consumed parts of my life, in essence, and I never did it for like any sort of recognition. I just always gravitated to it. It's
just
love.
I
love. Yeah. So to be recognized for that was like that in itself was breathtaking for me. And then, like I said, to be gifted Concords is like it's crazy. So they came in these.
Oh man.
Yeah, they came in these like gift bags. I mean, little individual bags.
Still on ice?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Beautiful.
That's the ones that had the 45, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's crazy.
These are promo sample tags.
Wow.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
So your group, what were you? Can you go in more detail what this group that you're in? What do you guys do as far as like storytelling? Like, are you just putting stuff out on like social media about the shoes, or like what is it that you guys do?
So we just have the Instagram page right now.
Okay.
We basically just post like old shoes, like random moments in shoes. We tell stories, like just kind of everything that the culture kind of encompass, like when we first got into it. Like this one dude, S Collar 23, he's got like VHS tapes of himself and his friend, like when they had the OG 4s and 5s, right? So he's like, they're like recording their shoes, like on camcorder. Back then, so he's like,
so it's like that vintage footage.
Yeah, like I joke with him all the time, like you truly are like the OG of OGs, like nobody was really doing that kind of stuff back then.
That wasn't happening.
Like you were light years ahead of your time in terms of that. So his storytelling, like I love listening to them guys, man. I learned so much from them. And like I said, there's so much random stuff. Like they find so many like obscure shoes. Like there's a guy, Nick, OG or Bust, where he's got a collection of like, anytime he finds a picture of Jordan with a certain shoe on, it's like, it might not even be Jordan's, just like a certain like OG shoe. Like he finds them, and then he'll like post them on the page. So he'll post like the picture of Jordan, and then he'll post a picture of the actual shoe, not the actual shoe Jordan had, but that like same model, So like these guys are like I'm like here, these guys are like here, There's another guy, Corey, Ijapino. Like I remember looking at his pictures on Nike Talk. Like he was a mod on Nike Talk, and I remember just being like floored by like his collection, and like he's part of the group, and so it's like, Soul to Soul, my boy Seth, OG Sneaker Nerd Brian, and Insane Kicks Zane, like all those guys, man, they're a lot of fun to be around. But so Chicago, we had been thinking about getting together, like just because we had never like met in person, like all of us. So it's like, all right, well, we'll go to Chicago for All-Star Weekend. So somehow the people that we know at Jordan Brand found out that we were going to be in Chicago. So they're like, oh, like come have dinner with us. We're like, what the fuck? Like,
that's crazy.
Like dinner? Like yeah, like come have dinner, we'll show you around, blah, blah. Like, all right, cool. So we got down there the Thursday night before All-Star game. All right, so we're like wandering around. We go to this, we ended up going to this restaurant, and it's like a real small venue. And so like we opened the doors up, right, and there's like suits and ties, like tuxedos and like fancy dresses all in this place. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? It was a birthday party for Jim Boylan, the Chicago Bulls head coach. I think it was like his wife's 50th birthday party or something, right? So they had rented out this restaurant, and it was like closed to the public in this area. So we walked through, and we're like all fresh off traveling, so we got like like track suits and just like regular clothes on.
Yeah,
and they're looking. That's like, who the fuck are you guys? So we walked to the back, and there's this like whole separate room in the back, and there's a bar, and there's this big table set up with like appetizers all over it, and there's people from Jordan Brand there, and they're like, hey, introducing themselves to us, and like, oh, have a seat, like order whatever you want from the bar, like take a look at the menu, get whatever you want, like
that's insane, bro.
Eat up, drink, be merry, and they like chopped it up with us for like an hour and a half, and
wow.
Before they left, they were like, oh, like this dude, he got up, he gave like a minute and a half speech, and he was like talking about how, we inspire what they do, and like they enjoy our storytelling, and like how we bring back the history and the nostalgia, and they just like appreciate what we do, and we're all sitting there like jaws on the table,
right?
Like,
yeah,
like no way, like you guys work for Jordan Brand, like no way.
Stop
like,
it, right?
right.
Like,
so then they're like, oh, like we consider you guys family, and hopefully this is the first of many encounters between us, right? So then the dude walks away, and he like rolls out. He rolls out these big suitcases, right?
Oh man!
All right. So I'm like what the? So then he calls me up there. All right. So he calls me up there, and he's like, all right, open it up. So I open it up, and it's the New Beginnings pack inside. And I was like, no, like
they
no
really
way.
laced y'all up.
Yeah, bro. Like,
man,
the so then like we was like later on, after it's all like hit us, like hours and hours later, we're like looking up the suitcase. These like $1,500 suitcases, bro.
I mean, that's a hard shell suitcase. That ain't cheap.
And then they like spray painted the the Jumpman logo on there for us and everything. But like, so like like even still, like we were at dinner with people from Jordan Brand. They like gifted us the New Beginnings pack, which was it's still absolutely absurd, and that was like the first night we're there. So then the next couple of days they show us around the what they call the Hub 23 venue, which was like the I don't know if you remember the original Jordan 11 commercial where he's in this like airplane hangar, and he's like clear for takeoff, and he's like he jumps and he extends and his feet are moving, right, and he just keeps going up and up, and he dunks and he looks down and he's like 100 feet off the ground, right? So this Hub 23 venue is in the military, base or whatever that this place was. So it's like, so they still had the 100-foot rim in there. It's like you walk in and you see the rim, and they built a court on there. They're playing like the City League championships. So they built a Jumpman court. They had a big like jumbotron, and they're like playing the commercial on the Jumbotron, and you're like looking at the rim and you're looking at the commercial, and it was just like it was like so surreal, man. I met so many people like that are just like way up here.
Yeah.
You know, they took us to the store. They like backdoored us into the little store that they had. We were supposed to be speaking on the panel, but because they changed it, they were trying to get Scoop Jackson.
Oh, okay, yeah.
They were trying to get him to host it, but he was like booked for another event. So they was like, we'll do the panel another time. But like,
that's a crazy story, bro.
Like,
that is a serious crazy story.
I'm a dude.
Like, this ain't supposed to happen, bro.
Like, you want me to speak in front of, like, on a panel in front of people with Scoop Jackson? Like,
that's insane.
At a Jordan brand event, like, this is wild, yo.
Yeah, that's nuts.
That is wild. And you got anything else? You got some other shoes?
Yeah, I can pull some now. I want to ask you though, Dre, as I'm pulling this out, do you think, just kind of looking at it now, how do you assess like what the culture is like now as to compared to like you were talking, like when you kind of got into it? And because, you know, it's just so different now when you look at like these kids kind of coming up and like what they're going through with it and like what's popular as compared to like when you and Mo first started doing it.
It's different because, for one, every week is something coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Or like, we had like, well, when I first started, it was like you might get like 2 retros a month. Like that was like, you know, if you got 3 to 4, like that was a lot, right? And now it's like I said, it's like every week it seems like there's more and more, like, you know, 2 or 3 or 4 pairs. Like, so the turnover is so much different. And like, I grew up watching Jordan play, you know, so like I have memories attached to certain pairs because of seeing him do certain things in certain pairs. And like the kids that are coming up now, they don't have that connection because they've never seen it.
For sure.
So it's different, where they're not going to hold on to pairs because of like sentimental value, you know, as much as like we would, because we've, you know, like we've been around, we've seen more, you know. So like it's so much more of a turnover now. And then there's so many people now that like buy stuff for the social media influence, you know, like,
hype beast.
They buy them, take a picture in them, and then they sell them.
Resale.
Like how many pairs do you see now that get sold? Like, oh,
bro,
very near dead stock, worn once. Like you worn.
I get so irritated with the whole resale thing. Like, it irks my nerve, bro. Like, just the uptick in the pricing. You go from like, let's speak on like right now, like the hottest thing I think right now is a pair of Nike Dunk Lows, bro. Like, I think those shoes, like before we could, like, Dunks would sit on the shelves for like days, months and wouldn't go anywhere, bro. Right? And now Dunks coming out and they gone within like a matter of minutes, right? So let's say like the Michigan Dunk Lows or whatever, what their original price was $110.
Mm-hmm.
I looked on GOAT like yesterday, bro. They selling for like $350.
Yeah, definitely, bro.
Insane. That's dog. Crazy. I'm not that person where I'm not like, I don't mind paying a little bit above what the retail is, but you're not about to get me for $100, bro. Like, are you crazy?
Yeah. It's to the point now. So like I have a stack of shoes that I just like have bought just because, like, okay, I tried and I did hit. I don't need these, but I know they're not gonna lose value,
right?
You know, so eventually something gonna come up. Somebody else gonna do the same thing I'm doing. They're gonna hit on a pair they don't really want. They're gonna want to sell them. So when that time comes, I'm gonna sell this pair and use that to get the pair that I really wanted.
Right.
That's the only way. You know, it's the way that you basically are gonna get an even exchange.
Right.
So,
for sure.
The way you got to play things now is so much different. You know.
Those crazy people got like bots and stuff, you know, so they got like multiple pairs off websites and stuff like that before like anyone can even get them. Like, it's just nuts. Like, you know, it's so different.
I would say it's a lot safer now because Bro, like I remember people scrapping in like parking lots. And man. I mean, you heard the stories about what happened down at Eastland where like they busting down the Macy's gate to get into the mall. You know what I mean? And people getting shot over like the Concords.
I was about to say, bro.
Like,
I remember when I got into it. Yeah, that one December when people were getting shot over the Concords and they came out and stuff. It's just nuts,
that's out of Eastland, bro. Like they was wilding. So it's a lot safer. Yeah, it's just it's much tougher now, bro.
It is.
I remember seeing somebody get stuck. It was like 04 when the was that 05 when the Flints came out.
The 13s
came out again. Yeah.
Oh, you talking about my grill? You talking about my grills?
Man, I regret not getting them the last time.
Dre, listen. So this is crazy thing. This is my grill, but it's not my favorite silhouette. Yeah. And we have to talk about this because it irritates me that people call these Flint 13s when the gray is like the least part shown. Like, why aren't these French Blue 13?
That's fair. Yeah,
that's a good question. That's a good question.
I will argue this to the death. Everybody be like the Flint 13s. I'm like, you mean the French Blue 13?
Yeah, I've heard you say
if
that.
We go back and forth, but bro, but seriously, this is my favorite shoe. But my favorite silhouette is the Retro 4.
Okay.
The 4 is so sneaky to me. Like, I remember at one point, like, I just looked up. Like, I pulled out. I was like, oh, I'm going to take a picture of all my 4s. Like, I'm pulling out pairs. I'm, like, still pulling out pairs. I was like, bro, look, I'm like 20-something pairs of 4s deep. I'm like, yo, what the like, how did this happen? Like, it's just so, first of all, they're so comfortable.
They are comfortable.
At one point, they were just so easy for me to acquire. Like, like, oh yeah, like I had doubles of everything, yo, everything.
Yeah, man, the 4s are.
What you pulling out, E?
I just want to say, just kind of like go off like hooping shoes. I don't know if you guys have certain shoes that you hoop in, but when we re-released these, I was like, these are my hoop shoes. Like, you know, like just remember like Kobe playing in these back in the day and stuff like that. And it was like, these are the ones. Like, and as soon as those came out, that was probably like late teens, probably 2015, 16 when they re-released. And I was like, I need those. So those have like since I got those, every time I hoop, like those are the ones right there. And they're so comfy.
I had 2 Nike ID pairs of those.
Really?
In 04. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. So I had a pair that I made that was just like that.
Mm-hmm.
But on the tongue, mine said "Too smooth for you," and I wore number 24 when I was playing the LCC. So like I hooped in those. And then I had another pair, like an all black pair that I hooped in.
Man. Yeah. Oh yeah. Did you ever do any? Yeah. Did you do any IDs, Mo?
Actually, I just did an ID. Ooh. I was bored. And I was like, you know what? Let me do an ID. So I did these.
Oh, okay. I like those soles.
Like I love a gum bottom shoe, bro.
Yeah,
like it's my shit. And then like green is my favorite color. And I felt like just the red just kind of really set it off. So
yeah, I like that.
Yeah, that's nice. That's a nice little color scheme in there.
Yeah, so I just literally just did these like a couple of weeks ago.
It was so cool seeing people back when like the LeBron 10s were out and stuff like that. And people were just IDing all these crazy like LeBrons, like, you know, back when like the 10s and the 9s and stuff were out like that. Cause like it's just so crazy. Everyone's got their own like unique pair. You know, it's so sweet.
Yeah, I wish that it would be nice. It would be cool if I know they still do that with a couple people. Like I know you can do the KDs.
Yeah, the KDs and the Kyries, PGs you can do it with, but a lot of the Bronze and stuff like that, and the Kobe's they really don't allow for.
Yeah, I did a pair of PGs. I don't really like. I tried to hoop in them. I don't really mess with them though. I did the Crown Royal colors.
Yeah,
nice. I like that. Yeah. Are those one of the original PGs that came out?
Those look like those are the twos. Okay. Yeah, those look like the twos.
Gotcha.
These are the PG twos.
So I had to tell like the craziest thing I've seen was when I was working out in Jackson when I was in school at Albion. And it was, first of all, it was like below zero that night. Because it was just so cold, and it was the Space Jams that released, and So I don't know if y'all ever been to Jackson, but that mall in Jackson is connected to a Walmart. Yeah. And it's just a long hallway. So there ain't much in there. You only got 2 sneaker stores. You got Foot Locker and you got Champs Ring right across the hall from one another. So they got everybody piled up at this one at the main entrance because they already know like that's where you're gonna get let in at. Well, so of course they let the employees in. They let us in at the back or whatever, and then lock the doors back up. My homeboy got video. Like these people, they had the people that were at the front were huddled up and they had a blanket over them, it like by the door or whatever. They finally opened up the doors. One person got trampled. And they just climbing over this person. They blasting off going to the 2 stores or whatever. And then like my homeboy went and took a video of the aftermath. And it was just, you got blankets all over the place, chicken wing bones all over the floor, like drinks all over the place. It was insane. I'm like, what the fuck happened here, dog? Like, it almost kind of looked like a Skid Row or some shit. Like, bro, it was insane. Like these people.
You said that was Space Jam release?
Yeah.
Hey, same thing happened at the Lansing Mall, right? At the exact same time that's happening where you at, right? So I'm at the Lansing Mall. I had a pair. I had the 13 at Finish Line. I had the 13 in Foot Locker. Somebody else had the 13 in Champs. And there was only 113 that was available, right? So I had already paid for the one in Finish Line. I ain't worried about that. Right. I know they not selling mine in my store. So I'm like, all right, as long as I can get the Champs first, like, I'm good. So I went and stood in line, right? I went and like stood outside or whatever. It was like freezing. So I let the doors open and like people rushing past me, like somebody stumbled, somebody running next to me, they stumble, they like holding on my sleeve, like trying to keep up. I'm like, like Barry Sanders, bro, it's like shoes flying past me, cell phones, like people falling left and right. It was like pure chaos, yo. And I just remember getting the Champs. I was like the second person in line, and person in front of me, I was like, oh, what size you getting? It was like 9.5 or something like that. I'm like, Gucci. So it's like, hey, run that 13. How you get over here? Like, don't worry about it. Run that 13. And I think I got a discount on that mug too. And then I went to Foot Locker. I went to Champs, picked my pair up at Champs. Or not Champs, but I was at Champs.
Finish Line.
One pair. Yeah, I went to Finish Line, grabbed my pair at Finish Line, and then I went and doubled back and got in line at Foot Locker. And it was people at Foot Locker. I was like, "Hey, listen, if you in line for 13, bro, you better you better shoot to the Meridian Mall or head to Battle Creek or something. Right? It's a wrap. I'm sorry, yo. Like, bro, you got 2 pairs. Like, hey, sorry, man.
Right. So I gotta ask you, Dre, like when you because I know back when we were getting into this, like coming out the mall with like multiple pair of a release day shoe. It was kind of dangerous, bro. Like you kind of had to be a little bit like maybe not in Lansing because everybody knew you, but in certain areas, like I remember having to walk. Like there was women that had like children, and like my manager asked me like, "Mo, you gonna have to walk them to their car." Yeah, because it was just they were scared that they may you don't know what's gonna happen when you go out to the parking lot.
For big releases like that, I never left with my stuff. So like I had 3 packs of the 11-12 countdown pack.
Get the
wow. All right. Bro. Bro, you definitely would have had a target on your head, man. That's crazy.
Yeah. So like
man,
I didn't even take I took all of them to Foot Locker, I put them in the back. I didn't even take them out the store till like 2 days later, yo.
Wow.
Yeah.
Smart though.
Yeah.
But you gotta do what you gotta do, man.
Yeah, that kind of stuff I would like I would really let nobody know, but then like people knew,
yeah,
people knew it. But it was like I guess being cool, people like nobody really messed with me because like my apartment when I stayed in Lansing, my apartment was on the first floor. Like somebody could have easily smashed because I had a sneaker room just like this. Somebody could have smashed the window, climbed in, and cleaned me out. Like because I was always at work. But nobody nobody really messed with me because I guess because I was always showing people love, you know.
Yeah. So what's the shoe that you may have like that you gave away or you sold or whatever? You're like, damn, I probably shouldn't have did that.
It's a lot of them. Most recently, I would say Travis Scott ones.
Oh, okay.
I got them for. I hit on the sneakers app. Random. In my size too, and I just sat on them, and I was like, because I couldn't name one Travis Scott song. I'm just be honest. Right. Like I don't care about the collab. I just thought it was dope because it was a brown shoe, and you like never ever see brown shoes.
Yeah.
You know. So and then I got them in, and I was like, the materials on them are like, they were stupid nice. And so I sat on them, and then I had a chance to get. I had a chance to get these, and I had to come up off from Travis Scott's. But,
okay. Some 14s.
Is that the Bibbies?
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't blame you.
Yeah,
I don't blame you.
It was like
that's some Sacramento Bibbies. Yeah.
So,
those are clean.
So it was like I was sad. I was real sad to see them go. But
those are crazy.
Chance, like Bibby is one of my favorite Jordan brand athletes. Like I've always, like I said, purple is my favorite color, and I've always like dreamed of having his shoes. So like I had a chance to get him. I had to jump.
Yeah. You got one?
I was gonna ask. Speaking of materials, do you have a lot of OGs? Like when you compare like OGs to like when pairs are retroed, or like the materials like better on like the OG shoes? I mean, I guess it's a question for both you guys, but like, is it like, do you guys see a big difference in them?
It's not even. It's
like they hold up so much better. The stitching is a lot better. The glue, that's the biggest thing. I think it's the gluing that they've done back then was so much better.
Interesting.
Than what they do now, because it's not like I feel like now like a lot of it is kind of sloppy.
You had to really be trying like OGs. It's like, all right, I'm gonna pull these out just because this is one of my all-time favorites. All right.
Oh, beautiful.
And cherries.
Like aside from the tab, like getting old, and I don't know if you can see, but it's kind of like cracking in here.
Yeah.
All right. Aside from that and the shoe, like the glue coming under, like getting old, which you can fix those things. Like these are some of the most indestructible basketball shoes. Like you could hoop in these 100 times, yo, and it would probably like you might still be able to like wear these out. Like they were so much different back then in terms of the material. Like the leather was just like everything was just so much different. Like now I don't know if it's because they make things on such a massive scale, but it's just like it's not what it used to be.
It's crazy, Mo. I remember like when we get shipments in, like some of them you'd look at and be like, the glue is so. Oh, all right. Yeah.
Like these are OGs.
Yes, that's over like a 20-year-old shoe.
Yeah,
that's crazy, bro. Those is clean.
Yeah, and these got no separation. Like I could wear these today if I wanted to.
Have you ever gotten soles like shoes resold or anything like that, or
I have redone? Not, but I've actually I've been like watching videos, so I plan on kind of doing that stuff myself because I got too many pairs to not know how to do that, and I have that's like 2/3 of my collection. That's like the biggest problem. OG stuff is like once you start wearing it, I wear everything. Like if I buy it, it's going on my feet.
Yeah. That's what I was gonna ask. So you have anything that you haven't put on foot yet? Like I have two that I haven't put on my foot yet.
So my Definer one was packed.
Okay.
Just because that was the first thing I ever stood in line for. Just held such sentimental value. I never put those on. Those Columbia 11s I showed you earlier. But that's just because that's my DS pair, and I got 2 other pairs that I can wear. Really, that's pretty much it.
Hell yeah, man!
I'm gonna put these on,
bro.
I'm gonna put these on, Dre.
Pack?
Nah, this the hairs that released like about what?
2015?
What was it? About 2015, 2016?
I think so. I think the ones came out with them. Right? Didn't the hair ones come out with them?
Yeah. Haven't put these on yet.
Man, I bought the 7/16 countdown pack. On the half off.
Get the
fuck way.
And you got on and you was able to get it?
How?
Hell yeah.
Bro, hold on. Why were they still in the store is the question, dog.
These was the loopholes, right? So like
you was just pushing back like don't sell them, bro.
Nah, like,
we didn't get to do shit at Champs, bro.
I put them on layaway, right? So I put them on layaway.
I noticed that.
I redid my layaway, and then like it came up on the 50, and because most of them was gone, like
it
was just kind of one of them pairs. It was like they didn't think to like not put it on the list, so I was like, oh, 7/16 pack not on here, run it, $165.
That's crazy, man.
I did the same thing with the 6/17 pack. Wow, got that for $165.
Get the fuck out of here! You was over here.
That's awesome, bro. Working the game.
Yeah, haven't pulled these off yet either.
No.
No.
What year are those?
The ones that have these are. What year are these? You probably see it on the what's the name? It's 2014.
Okay. Cool.
But these aren't the ones that have the Nike on the back. But like I have not pulled these out either.
Yeah, 6s are beautiful.
Over here getting down though.
Yeah. Oh, hey, listen. So that clearance store in Jackson.
Oh yeah, that's connected over there by that Best Buy and everything.
So Tammy.
Yeah.
Tammy was the assistant manager in Foot Locker when I started there. So when she moved up and got that store in Jackson, she used to call me because I would, I always help her out, whenever she needed or whatever. So when she got that store in Jackson, she would hit me up. Dre, we got it. Boom, 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 this in there. We got that. We got this. Like, you want anything? Like, hell yeah. So I remember I got like, I bought this one. You could do all kind of crazy stuff on Foot Locker, right? So like, it's half off. She had a pair of the white Barkley CB 3/4s or whatever, the home ones, right? So they was like $60 in her store. It was on the 50. I bought a gift card for the total, right? Gave her the gift card numbers over the phone. She paid for her, like, put my numbers in for the discount. Put my number in for the gift card. I paid 30 something, like 31 and change for them Barclays. And then she shipped them boys to me. So I didn't pay for shipping.
You had to pay for the shipping.
Yeah,
Clutch.
So nice.
Clutch.
So, like I said, so she would call me whenever she got stuff in.
Yeah.
Like,
that's where I got
the 60+ pack.
With
the 2 pairs of Jordan 1.
I got those.
Right.
I got those.
So she called me when she got them, and she's like, "We got a shipment from New York. It's crazy. Like, you might want to come down here." So I'm like, "All right." So I go down there. They got that 60+ ones pack, right? $74.99.
Man,
like,
come up.
All of them. I need all of them.
Really?
I'm paying $50 after the discount,
that's
bro.
That's crazy.
I'm paying $50 after the discount for a pack that's $5.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
I need all of them. They had Raging Bull pack, right? But they was all like 7.5, 8, 8.5, right?
Right.
They had one size 13 sitting there. It was behind the door. I was like, I tried to get it, but it was for an employee.
Yeah, it was for a D.
They couldn't get a hold of him. No, it wasn't even for D. It was for somebody else. He was getting it from his homeboy.
Oh, okay.
Right. So he was like, oh man, like, if I ain't known when they finally got a hold of him, he's like, oh man, if I ain't known you was trying to get him, I would just let you get him, bro. Like, so
damn.
The 5s pack was on sale for $150, so I could have got them. I could have doubled up on the 5s pack. I would have been paying $120 out the door.
I missed that store.
That's
I
crazy,
really do miss that store.
Man.
I miss that store because you really used to look like I got these from that store.
Yeah,
like the Zoom 96s, like I got these, and much like you said, like I got these for like $35.
Yeah.
With the discount.
So
like it came in clutch, bro.
That's
like
so
clutch.
Ethan,
what that store was like anytime like a store was closing down or they just had a bunch of old stuff in there, they would just ship it to that store. And it was like it was a discount store, so you could get you could find some gems in there for like cheap.
Yeah,
and the store's no longer around.
No, they been closed that boy down. Yeah. I don't think they really don't have stores like that a lot. No.
Nah.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, it was. But I cleared. I walked out of there with a cart, like a pallet. Bro, loaded the car up. Like I couldn't hardly see on the way home, bro. Like literally the whole car was full of them packs, bro. This was some big old boxes. Man, I went back home. I sold them. I sold all of them for like, I think I was selling for like $150 a piece. So I'm coming up $100 every pack.
Wow.
Like I said, I had like 10 of them. I had one of my size. I kept that. And then I ended up trading. You remember Derek?
Nelson?
No. Derek that worked at Foot Locker, tall, light-skinned dude.
Yeah.
So he had a pair of OG playoff 8s, right?
Okay.
Dead stock, right? And so I traded him that 1s pack and my dead stock pair of silver anniversary 11s for the 8s, for the OG 8s.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Man.
Yeah, I got that retro. I got that 60 plus pack. So I was on the track team at Albion. We went down to Memphis and we went to the Nike store that's right across from Graceland.
Mm-hmm.
I walk in there, I'm just browsing around, and I turn and I look up and I'm like, bro, it's about 5 or 6 pair of those and they were on sale for $90. But I think they had it. You know how sometimes you find them and they got like a color tag on them that's like an extra 20% off. So it was literally only $85 I got them for. Bro, I got that after I bought them. My homeboy was like, what's that? I showed him. We bought the rest of them. Like the rest of the track team that was like my homeboys on there. We walked out with the rest of those packs.
Yeah. It's crazy. Like you really can't find stuff like that. Like no. I remember walking into like Battle Creek was notorious for like not really messing with J's like that.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So I went and got the 20 and 3 countdown pack.
Okay.
From Battle Creek, right?
Mm-hmm.
The day
that all black 20 was sick too.
Yeah. I'm like, I still wear them. Man.
That all black
I sold my 3s and kept the 20s.
Them 20s was sick, bro.
Yeah. But so like me said, and it was 2 girls there that was there to like split the pack for their boyfriends.
Mm-hmm.
We were the only people there to pick up the pack that day. We walked in, they had like almost every other pack that had dropped already was on the wall. Like all the Jordan 1s that was coming out, them weird like the real buttery suede, like the olive colored ones.
Oh yeah. I remember those.
All of them that was dropping, they had all of them on the wall. Like they had everything, bro. And it was like nobody was messing with that stuff. It was crazy. It's crazy. You like now, like it's so rare. It's so rare to see that stuff now.
Yeah,
it's
There's
crazy. One
pair that I regret a giveaway. Now I gave it away just because I was being nice to this kid, but my green bean 5s. I gave those away to a kid that was like next door. Like he didn't have it. Like the kid didn't. I literally like could hear him like talk to his dad about how he didn't have any basketball shoes, and the shoes that he had, it was just too small. And his dad was like, "Well, you gonna have to wait a little bit because like I ain't got no money right now." And like my green bean fives, I had hooped in them and everything. They was kind of a little bit beat up or whatever. And I was like, well, I can give them these shoes. Like, you can take these. They were still in like decent condition, but like I had hooped in them or whatever. I regret doing that. I'm not gonna lie. I felt good in the sense because I was like, oh, I'm doing something for a nice for a kid, but like I regret kind of doing that.
Green beans,
like,
man.
I need them to re-release the green bean fives.
Bro. I sold them, but you know what though? I honestly have always wished that they would have came out like the grade school sizes. Like the men's sizes was nice with the 3M, but the grade school sizes with that suede, with that butter, like that stupid butter gray suede.
Yeah, it's the best, man.
Like if they had come out like that, them and them pink ones, them gray and pink ones that dropped.
Oh yeah, I remember the gray and pink. Yeah,
right.
Man, hey,
I remember the gray and pink
fire.
They were, bro.
The women's release used to be so.
Women's used to. I had the aqua. I had the women's. I had the women's Aqua 8.
Man, I always wanted them ice blue joints, bro.
I grabbed those too.
I couldn't see big feet sizes, bro.
You can't.
Definitely not.
I can never find them boys. I need that 14 and a half. You know.
And you got a pair that you gave away or sold. I know you sold a lot.
Bro, so much. Just all my because when I went to college, I just wanted money for school, you know. So I was just giving away, you know, Kobe's, bronze, stuff like that for like $100-$150, and that's why it's so annoying now. Is like you look on like GOAT or StockX and all this stuff, and these shits are worth like $500 and stuff like that, and it's like, damn, man. Like especially after Kobe passed, I feel like a lot of his shoes really, you know, shot up in value because I had some of his 10s. They were like something China 10s. They were like these blue, like these cool blue ones with these like neon green laces. And I just recently saw them on StockX for like $600. I'm like, bro, I paid like whatever, $90 after the discount. You know, when I got these, like, because I got them on like a 50. It's just crazy, man. And then all my fives, you know, like I had like an old pair of Fire Reds. It seems like they're kind of re-releasing the fives, but like we were talking about it when those stealths came back out, Mo, like when they changed certain things on them, like I didn't even want those stealths that came out like 6 months ago or whenever those came out. I was like, these do not look the same to me. Like I wanted like the OG stealths or like the OG Raging Bulls, stuff like that, the green beans,
bro, or like the burgundy fives.
Oh, the burgundies,
just the stitching on the burgundy fives.
What are the ones that are black and blue? Like they're mainly black.
Oh my god, you about to pull them out? You get on my nerve, bro.
Yeah, pull them out. I want to see them.
I can't, because if I do, this stack go fall.
No.
Yeah, this all my packs. And
oh man, okay.
The stack is weak, and then I got the bins. At the top.
What are those fives that are like mainly black, but they're like blue and white accents?
It was like the mellow ones. It was like with the navy blue, or with the baby blue.
Fives.
Is that what they are? The UNC fives? Yeah, those are so pretty, man. Like if they could bring stuff like that.
I've been looking for those.
Beautiful. The stitching on those were beautiful, bro.
That's a pair that you're gonna have to soul swap when you get them, but it's worth it.
Right.
I need a pair of those in my life.
Me too.
What else you got to show us, Dre?
The Rare Air fives, them laser ones.
Oh man,
that's another pair I need, yo. Because that was right along the stretch of black laser 4s, white laser 4s.
Because the fives didn't have the orange on it.
Yeah.
Them
dropped like right around the same. They might have even been the same day as the olive fives.
Oh, the olives were so cool.
Yeah. What was crazy, and me and E were talking about this because I missed out on getting the laser ones, and E and I were talking about this about them laser ones. Sat on our shelves, bro, for like ever.
I paid $50 for my pair, yo.
Forever,
and like now you look, like you said, you look on StockX, you look on Go, and they going for like $350, $400.
Yep, it's crazy, man. Yeah, there was a lot of them like that, bro. That would just kind of like
sit there, just sit there. What you got out there?
All right, so. I don't know if y'all can see my shirt, but you know,
lug nuts, Lansing lug nuts.
You know what it is, Lansing, Michigan, right? So being a Michigan kid, you know, we got to represent. And when Michigan started wearing Jordans,
bro,
it was like a no-brainer for me. Like I got to get my hands on something.
Yeah.
Right? So I was able to get my hands on these.
Oh, those are nice, bro.
Yeah.
I'm jealous. I got the 12s.
Yeah, I grabbed those too, but these like
those are.
So I traded like traded like 7 pairs of shoes to get these.
Man,
shut up. That's
it
crazy.
Was like all DS pairs, but it was like I said, it was a no-brainer.
Those
I had
are sick.
opportunity to get some Michigan sample
Those
Jordan
are
brand stuff.
those are like, nice, bro.
Had to.
Didn't they have like a regular general release Michigan 5? It was like
they
that
did like a yellow one.
Yeah. That yellow one. Yeah. That yellow one.
I actually I bought a pair of those on release day. And then when I was in Chicago, I went to one of the stores and they had like restocked in a bunch of stuff. And that was one of the pairs they had restocked in. And I was like, well, I guess it's meant for me to double up then. So
right.
Doubled up
on them. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Once my money's right, that'll probably be the first thing I do. Just run back through all the 5s, man. I want like all of them, man. Like the black metallics, the Laney 5s, all of them, bro. I just want to like just go through the list and kind of, because those are my shoes, bro. I just love 5s. They kind of crease weird, but you got some 3s.
These are a little bit different.
Oh yeah, those are the classics, bro.
Yeah.
And
I don't know if anything jumps out at you, but there's no red.
There's none of that red. Yeah,
right?
Yeah, it's very white.
You got the original Nike on it.
So these are actually Derek Anderson.
Oh, those are, shut up. When he played at Portland?
Yeah.
Wow.
Trailblazers PEs. So 2001, when they did the black cements, they made white cement 3s for him. And like I said, there's no red line.
Red, yeah.
The leather on these is like I don't know if you've held the 2001 3s, right? But that leather is like, those are really nice, right? Like those are super nice. The leather on these is like twice as thick. Like it's ridiculous how well built these are. And then the tongue, like this tongue is like the leather on there is so smooth, man. So
I feel like the PEs are probably a different game with all that material work.
Yeah. So my homeboy sent me the link to these on eBay. All right, somebody had them as Nick Anderson 3s, right? And so I think I offered the dude like $365, and he took it. So I paid $365 for these, and when I got them, the heel tabs were still in place. You know, they were still like whole. The midsoles are still firm. So like I wore these probably like 15, 20 times.
All right. Yeah.
You know,
hold up pretty nice.
I'm gonna eventually get all this stuff replaced and swapped, and because they're going back on the feet. I found a Derek Anderson authentic Portland Trailblazers jersey from some jersey shop in Australia. And so I messaged him. He sent me. I bought the jersey from him. And then I got in touch with Derek Anderson on Instagram, and I asked him. I was like, "Yo, like, will you sign? You know, like, if I send this jersey to you, will you sign it for me?" He was like, "Yeah." So I mailed the jersey to him. You know, paid for the shipping there and back, and he autographed the jersey for me, sent it back. So
awesome. Wow, that's what's up, bro.
Yeah. So I'm trying to get Q Rich and D Miles because I got their Clippers jerseys.
Okay.
I'm trying to get them signed. Q Rich said he would sign them. I was supposed to get up with him All-Star Weekend, but we just never like crossed paths. But so he said he would do it, so I just haven't like bothered him about it since. But I'm gonna hit him up again, like, hey, jersey signed.
Yeah. Have you do you get a lot of shoes off eBay?
Oh yeah. That was like what I started, you know, because like I said, I didn't really stay in the line a lot, and so when I started buying like stuff that I missed out on as a kid, you know. And so like I use eBay a lot for like OGs.
For sure.
or like early 2000s pairs. That
You ever like run into any fakes or anyone like trying anything funny on eBay?
I've never come across any fakes on eBay. I have been scammed. I had somebody sell me OG Sacramento 10s and OG Shadow 10s back in like 05, and I sent the dude the money. He never shipped the shoes, so it was like I was bummed. I got my money back, but it was like Sacramento 10s at that point. They were like so rare, you know. It was such a hard shoe to find that it was like, you know, I knew I was sad because I knew it would probably never see them shoes again. Yeah, and it was 11 years before I found another pair in my size. And so I grabbed them, and now I have 2 pairs of Sacramento 10s.
So, Dre, to kind of we're getting close to time, so to kind of wrap things up. But like, what's a non-Jordan shoe that's like your favorite?
Neon Air Max 95s.
Ooh.
If we go on like non-basketball, that's probably my favorite shoe of all time, like outside of basketball.
Yeah.
So like that pair, I had never had a pair before this recent release. So this time I was fortunate enough to double up, so now I got 2 pairs.
There you go. They're so comfy, bro. Like
I
love
the 95s. I got the neon. I got the grapes in the 95s too.
Yeah, I got the 2001. You remember the Lux 95s?
Oh yeah.
They're like the Italian leather. I got a pair of them.
Because I had the
pair.
Did you get that pair where it was like to reflect that 3M with the red, and then they had the all black with the green? You remember like that package, or like they all released like within a week?
The Air Attack pack.
Yeah, so I had the 3M ones with the red. Yeah, I had those for a bit.
I still got them, and I got the black and purple ones with that like pony hair.
Yeah.
I got those. I had the black and silver ones. I gave them to my dad. What else did I have? Man, there was so many pairs that dropped in that Air Attack pack.
It was a ton, bro.
Because it was the Air Max 2009s they did. They did the up tempos, the ones that they're re-releasing now. They remember they had the purple ones, the navy blue ones. I think it was a red pair.
It was some
heat. 95s. They
didn't do any 90s.
Did
they do 90s?
Tailwinds. Yeah, they did 90s. They did tailwinds.
I remember the tailwinds.
I'm trying to think. It might have been something else they did. But bro, there was like 7 or 8 different silhouettes that they did that Air Attack pack for. And then for each silhouette, it was like 5 or 6 different
colorway. Yeah, it was insane.
So much. Yeah.
It was insane.
Yeah.
It was insane, bro.
Yeah, that was a real good time.
It was
sneaker area. It was like whatever you wanted. It was like something for everybody.
Right. You know? It's just not like that anymore, man. It's kind of crazy. It's just
you got something? You got a non-Jordan? I know you said the bronze, but
yeah, I mean bronze 7s. But like I said, the Air Force One lows are my favorite shoes of all time. I just feel like they're so timeless.
Yeah,
and you can wear them with anything.
They are.
You can dress them up depending on what color you got, or you can just obviously wear them casually. And there's just so many different fucking colorways. It goes on forever. I love like gum bottoms, like the ones you just showed. Like those are sweet. I didn't even realize like you can probably just go and fuck around and make a bunch of different Air Force One lows on Nike ID that no one's ever really seen before. So yeah, definitely those. And then those bronze like 7 to 10, like right there is just like that's like money for me. All of those are just amazing. Do you have Dre? Is there a shoe as far as other player shoes? Who do you think's like got the second best?
What you about to grab, bro?
Yeah, he's about to grab something crazy.
Well, again, being from Michigan, we gotta hold it down. And so since we're talking about other shoes other than Jordans, this is not the box, but I'll give y'all a little hint.
Okay.
It's another pair that I came up on.
Oh, those are beautiful. Man.
Calm down, Ethan. He over here doing it because they Michigan State was.
Yeah, so this is another pair. Same dude I got the Michigan 5s from. I got these from.
What are those 10s or those 9s? Which Kobe's are those?
11s.
11s?
Yeah, I think these are 11s.
Gotcha. Yeah, those are beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a pair of. Nah, I'm good. I got a pair of some the Michigan colorway, the old Charles Woodson trainers.
Oh, nice. Cool.
That was one of my favorite boys.
There's some cool trainers, man. Like I got a cool pair of like Miami like Bo Jacksons. I love the Bo Jacksons. Like those are,
Bows go great. Hard.
Yeah.
The bows go hard. I feel like that shoe that you about to pull out, I got that exact same shoe, bro.
You probably do.
Them Iverson, the questions?
Yeah.
Let's see
so this was a shoe that, like, when I seen it, it was like I gotta have it. I don't know if so Burn Rubber did a Reebok collab, and they did a pair of Iversons, and they had a whole story that went along with them, which was dope. All right, so I know the owners of Burn Rubber, right, and we've been like
Rick and Ro,
yeah. So like I've known them guys pretty much since they started up, and so the day these released, I think some Jordan 7s came out the same day, something else released, and so but they had these, and it was only I believe it was only 500 pairs of these made, and so when I got in the store, like the line is like wrapped around the corner, So I got in the store and I'm like, yo, can I buy more than one of these? And it was like, yeah. And I was like, okay, well, I don't know, like, can I buy them all at once, like right now, or do I have to like can I pay for mine and then y'all hold them for me until I, circle back around and get the other pairs? And it was like, you really serious? How many pairs you want? I was like, I want 5 pairs, And it was kind of looking at me like what? I'm like, yeah, like I'm just trying to help out, like some of my close friends, like that couldn't come stand in line. So like, like I got 5 pairs to buy today, if it's possible. So like, okay, I guess, like what sizes you need? So like 2 size 13s, 11 and a half, 10 and a half, 10 and a half. So like I walk out of there with like a shipment box full of these fucking questions, bro. And like people are looking at me in the line like, yo,
they probably pissed like, I know he ain't get all them 7s.
What's this dude, yo? Like, bro. And they was like I said, they was in shock. Like you for real? You want 5 pairs? He's like, yeah, bro. Like I need 5.
Oh, those are so pretty, man.
Yeah. So
and the leather on the,
it's like that's they were made in like the paying homage to like the Pistons,
like just the thing that
Pistons colors.
That's what I love about Burn Rubber is like the collabs that they do. One is not they do collabs with like brands that like people are not gonna be sitting there going crazy over, right? Like they'll do it with Reebok, they'll do it with Asics, Puma. Like they do some dope ass colorways, bro.
Yeah, and the materials they choose are always sick, bro.
Top notch, bro.
Always sick. Yeah.
Always top notch.
Yeah, so a big shout out to Burn Rubber, yo.
Yeah,
man.
Shout out to all the local
for a long time. Yeah,
bro. Shout out
stores, yo.
Man, you got a Burn Rubber, Puffer Reds.
Yep.
Bro. Is it Athletes Connection?
Athletes Connection. Let's go.
Hey, bro.
What is that right there on MLK? Yeah.
That's where I got my playoff 11s back in 01.
Shut up.
He let me get them early. Like he said we couldn't pick them up until release day, but like he said if we bought like some merchandise that matched the total. So like the shoes is $125, so we had to buy like $125 worth of merchandise. On top of that, so we paid $250. You know what I'm saying? We paid $250 for these 11s, but it was like they're gonna sell out. Like you come in here on the day they come out, you ain't gonna get a pair, obviously, because they're doing this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But, so I talked my stepdad into doing it, so he bought me a pair. And he bought himself a pair, and I sold his pair.
$125 for some J's.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
Right. Bro, look, we paid $250, and that's basically the reason we you paid double what the retail price was, right? And that's basically retail now.
Yeah, absolutely insane.
It's crazy, bro. Especially for some 11s.
Yeah, man.
Man.
Before we wrap it up, I do want to ask one more thing. If there's like, is there a pair like you look back in like your memory and you're like you didn't grab and you're like I needed those, like, and you still today, or maybe you went back and grabbed them, but just a pair that like came out and you were like you needed them and didn't grab them and you regret it?
Man, that's a good question. There is a lot of there's a lot because I wanted to buy everything. My whole section in Foot Locker was it was basically like a whole section. It was like all the size 13s in the store. Just all in one spot. Like I'll just get it when I get to them. But I would probably say I regret. I would have had to pay above retail, but I regret not going and getting Ben 13s and the first Galaxy foams.
Dog.
I would have had to pay $400 for the Galaxy foams, and at that time, for me, I was just in such a place where I was like I just came from years and years and years of working for Foot Locker, right? And buying everything I got on discount. Like I'm buying multiple pairs on discount because I know the loopholes, you know what I'm saying? So like to go to another Foot Locker store and get taxed by a fellow Foot Locker employee for a shoe that I know he probably getting for a discount, like I just couldn't stomach it, you know? I couldn't stomach it, but looking back on it and seeing the prices and knowing that like the chances of me touching stuff now, like believe me, I'm gonna get a pair of them Ben 13s. I might not never touch them Galaxy phones, but I'm gonna get some Ben 13s.
Them Ben 13s are nice, bro.
Man, I need to complete the set. I got the 9s, the 2s, and the 5s right now. But I need them 13s.
Gotcha.
If it's a pair of foams that I would ever get, foams I was gonna ever get, it'd be the pair of Norma.
Yeah,
the pair of Norman forms, like those are just sick. But for me, it's the Black Cat 4s.
Yeah,
I just sold mine. My what was it, the 05, 06, the 06 joints? I just sold them.
Yeah, I missed out on those, and then when they came back out, I did not like the suede on it.
I can't believe it. Hey, you see how much them things cost now?
I did not like the suede on it, bro. I was
Cats won like at least for 13. I was seeing Cats won like $650 for the like. I could have got them things on discount,
bro. Like and I'm like now,
I'm straight.
I did not like the suede, bro. I was so disappointed. That was just like when they brought out the Pure Money 4s. I was disappointed, bro. I was like, I'm not about to spend my money on this.
Man, I was mad. So the silver anniversary ones, I refused to buy them when them came out because I had the Pure Money 4s, right? So it was like, ain't no way you gonna give me the exact same shoe, name it something different, and charge me $35 more for this, bro. Like I paid $115 for these Pure Monies, bro. And you gonna call them silver anniversaries and hit me for $150? Like, nah, I'm not.
Right, no. You got to stand on them principles.
But then to have employee appreciation rolled around and
listen,
I was like, let me see if I can find these. I stock located them boys, bro. I stock located a pair of $75. Like, who not gonna buy a pair of 4s for $75, yo?
Right.
Yeah.
Man.
Good look for a Foot Locker on the employee appreciation. Y'all always looked out.
For sure,
I'm gonna tell you one more quick story, and then I'll leave it alone here.
Okay.
So when I first started working at Foot Locker, first pair of shoes I bought, right? I had to pull out. I got a list of shoes that's going on the sales table, right, for like $30 and under. All right, so I'm looking. I'm like T-Max 6s, okay, like these nice, like white, black, and red Jordan 4s, like what? So I go holler at him. I'm like, yo, like, you say we got a pair of like Mars, like white, black, and red. Mars 4 is like, where them at? She's like, oh, they in the 14, 15 section. I'm like,
bet.
So I'm running over there, size 14, Mars 4s, sitting in this. I'm like, $29.99. Give me those. 22.
29.
But I bought them and 4 pairs of T-Max 6s. And I spent like, it was under $75.
That's crazy, man.
That was the first purchase I made at Foot Locker, yo.
Oh, really?
Dre, man, like this has been fun, bro.
Yeah,
this has
appreciate
been super
you
nostalgic.
Yeah.
The story's been awesome, bro.
Likewise,
I can't wait to get this posted.
This has been inspiring for me because you know, like I've been wanting to kind of do podcasts and stuff because you can only tell so much in the story, you know, with the caption limits on, you know,
right.
Instagram. So like to be able to get on these kind of platforms and to tell the stories.
Nostalgia factor.
There you go. You back at it.
Man,
niggas telling you it's about time you been getting ready to go to work.
Yeah, right. Yeah, get up out of here.
All right, Dre.
But I appreciate y'all, man.
Yeah, man. We appreciate you.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it, bro.
All right. Yeah. Thanks, everybody. I'll talk to you guys.
All right, love, bro.
All right.
Yeah. Peace.
See ya.
Yeah.